if you didn't watch my video the other day about false allegations, I forgot to basically explain. So I'm going to give a quick explanation as to what happened so you understand the rest of the video. So the other day I had a customer who I picked up. It was a 1 mile fare. It was a single woman. She sat in the back seat. I picked her up from a gym. It was 1 mile. It was going to the Branson Coaster on 76, which 76 in Branson is a main street. On a Friday night, prime time, baby, 8 o'clock. So 76 gets clogged up where taking a left turn is practically impossible. I pick up this woman. It is going up a hill, and parallel to 76 are two streets that have different streets connecting them to 76. So for people that live here that want to avoid 76 and all the traffic, you have two options. And then you have a bunch of different roads that connect you to a bunch of different parts of 76, okay? So I picked up this customer. I said, "How you doing?" She said, "Good." Didn't ask how I was doing, implying that she doesn't want to talk. Fine. I turn the music up a little bit. That's it. We don't say a word to each other. It wants me to turn left on 76 in the worst possible spot. It is backed up in traffic. There is no way I can turn left. So I say to my customer, I'm going to turn right, and then we're going to take the block and then turn right on 76. It'll be quicker, it'll be more efficient, and it'll be safer. And then she replied with, "Yeah, GPSs really suck," which said one of two things. Either she was not listening to me whenever I spoke, or two, she's genuinely fucking stupid. Okay, I turn right. She immediately screams, "Stop the car now or I'm calling 911. I didn't immediately stop the car because at the moment I'm on 76 trying to turn left onto this street. I can't just stop in the middle of fucking heavy traffic, moron. So when I got to a place that I could stop, I did. And then I said, "Look, I don't know what your deal is or what you're trying to accuse me of, but all of this is on recording. You can see on the GPS we are going to the right direction. I am literally getting you to your... I told you exactly why I was turning right. I am literally going the right way. I could not turn left back there. We would have been sitting there for 15 minutes. Whenever I stopped the car, did she get out? No, she didn't. She sat there screaming over me while I was trying to explain her what happened. Then she told me to proceed. And yes, I could have kicked her out and called the cops, but I guarantee you she would have sat in the fucking car and refused to get out. Because you Karen cunts are predictable. I've been fucking working in customer service my entire life. This woman did not feel unsafe. She had a 3-year-old next to her. She had hundreds of witnesses around her. She could have just rolled down a window and said, "Hey, this guy's a creep." And then hundreds of people could have been on my car. There is no logical fucking way this woman felt unsafe. She was just being an asshole. So whenever I stopped and I showed her the GPS and I reassured her that she was fine and she didn't get out, I proceeded to go after she gave me permission to. So then we get to the destination, the Branson Coaster. We turn right on 76, and I said, "Do you see all the traffic and why I couldn't turn left?" That's all I said. And then she cut me off and said, "I don't want to hear it." Which says, nope, I don't want to hear any logic. I just want to be mad and genuinely believe that I'm so sexy that every guy in the world wants to have sex with me. You're not. You're a solid 4 at best. Maybe 20 years ago, but with that personality, the only people that'll touch you are guys that'll leave the next day. Good luck with that. Drop her off at the Branson Coaster. She called her boyfriend in the back seat during the last half mile and was sitting here berating me and saying that she steered me back on track, even though I steered myself back on track because we were never off track, dumbass. And sat here and said that I was going the opposite way and that I was being creepy and hitting on her and all these lies, and literally was sitting here lying to this man about what the fuck, like literally sitting here lying. I did not say a word to her. I did not look at her. I did not hit on her. Did nothing. I made a right turn instead of a left turn, and it made her uncomfy, which it shouldn't have, because I explained exactly what I was doing. And if she had any situational awareness at all, instead of having the fucking phone in her face, then she would have heard me and seen all the traffic and why I turned right. But hey, now we know why she sucks dick for a ride instead of driving herself. Anyway, I drop her off. I'm met with her boyfriend for doing absolutely nothing. He tries to pull me out of the fucking car, and I speed off, and he chases me to the end of the parking lot. She's in the car the entire time, by the way. So, if we would have gotten into a fight, I would have had the fear in mind that she was going to be hurt or see that shit, which would have made me come unglued, so I just got out of there. I almost got assaulted, and I was harassed for 5 fucking minutes for making a right turn instead of a left turn by a cunt that has done nothing but be a pussy her entire life. That's what happened. So then, because I dropped her off and finished the trip and handled everything professionally, she gave me a 1 star and reported me for making her uncomfortable, when in reality, I have everything on recording, and the only one that was uncomfortable was me. Now you're caught up. What's up, guys? Excuse the flakes on my face. My skin is getting all dry and shit. I'm not in a very good mood, so thought I would make a video ranting. So that false allegations video that I put out the other day about literally being accused of making a rider uncomfortable because I took a right turn instead of a left turn on a really, really busy street. Also, I could, make a block and turn right on 76, which I do several times a day, and the customer's never had an issue with, and I literally explained this to the customer as I was making this decision. Basically, this woman made a false accusation on a mile trip, which is an attack to my character, which I take very seriously, and, she keeps filing multiple reports. Her first one didn't get me fired because I provided actual factual evidence, so she provided another report. I guess you're allowed to just keep reporting your driver. I guess if a customer wants to, you can just keep calling and keep reporting the Uber driver and lie as much as you fucking want. So now Uber is looking at it as I have multiple instances of making a customer uncomfortable when it's one person. And now my job's at risk. I just made a video about all the bullshit that I have overcame and how I have finally, for the first time, single-handedly taking care of bills in this little girl. And I might lose my job for nothing because I took a right turn instead of a left turn into super heavy traffic. Even though I literally explained, I can't reiterate this enough. I said before making the right turn, hey, I know the GPS says we're going to turn left, but I'm going to turn right. And then we're going to turn left, and then I'm going to turn right. That's easier to do than waiting here for 15 minutes to press the gun, pedal to the metal and try to get in this tiny little hole and turn left. No, fuck that. I learned how to drive in a big city. It is a lot quicker to just go right, left, right. Done it a million times. I do it all day. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. It's almost like I have situational awareness and I'm the one with the license and knows how to drive. But whatever. Hey, Miss fucking glued to your goddamn telephone screen, tuning out what I'm saying, not aware of all the traffic around you. Yeah, clearly you have the right to panic. When she stopped and said, stop the car now or I'm calling the cops, which I did, what would a girl that feels unsafe do when you stop a car? Well, she would get out, right? Did this woman get out? No, fuck no, she didn't. And I guarantee you, if I would have said, get out, I'm canceling this trip, she would have stayed in the car. I have worked in customer service long enough that I would bet my fucking life on it. That if I would have said right there and then, you know what, better yet, you get out or I'm calling the cops, I guarantee you she would have stayed in the car. and made me call the cops and made this big ordeal as she was fucking right and tried to lie and say all this I did this bullshit. I guarantee it. You know, I've seen customers like this 1,000 times over. You're predictable, you're fucking stupid, you're easy to disprove. I have everything on fucking recording. What bothers me is that this is so easily disprovable, yet Uber does not seem to be doing shit about it, but threatening me. And if I lose my job, I have no other options. I can't just go get a minimum wage job. I wouldn't be able to afford everything that I have. I wouldn't be able to afford my bills. Not only could I not afford my bills, but I would have nobody to watch her. I can't do DoorDash anymore, and DoorDash is a joke regardless. Can't do Uber Eats. Uber Eats is a joke. We don't have Grubhub here. Can't do Lyft. This is it. This is literally it. I lose this job. I'm fucked. I am literally fucked. There is no way that I can have her watched and work a job that makes me enough money to pay bills. I am officially fucked if I lose this job. Like, literally, the only solution I have that I can think of is move to my grandma's in Sparta, Tennessee, which is fucking 10 hours away. All because I was a quicker, safer job. My job is to get customers to their destination in the quickest and safest, most efficient manner. And that is what I did. I took a block instead of taking a left turn into heavy traffic. I communicated that I was taking that block. I don't understand why this investigation is going on so long. She put unsafe drop-off. If you can track the trips. They can see all my trips. They can see when I stopped, when I turned. I dropped her off at the destination of her choosing, the Branson Coaster parking lot. So that immediately takes away her credibility. Unsafe drop-off, that's an immediate lie. Literally, it takes fucking 2 seconds to look at this and see unsafe drop-off. It looks like she was dropped off at her destination. Immediately takes away her credibility. That means everything else you take with a grain of salt. Now let's go through and disprove the other things. Vehicle damage. Well, I have a dent in the door, but 450 customers. If my vehicle was so damaged it would be undrivable, you'd think you'd hear about that by now. So we can rule that one out. Impolite. We don't have any audio recording, so it's my word against hers on that one. I got her to her destination, didn't I? Despite getting screamed at the entire time. So I'm pretty sure if I was the one screaming at her being impolite, we wouldn't have made it to the destination. If I'm driving and yelling at her and berating her, like, just think about that for a second. How would that even make any sense? If I'm sitting there being an asshole to her, we wouldn't have made it to her destination, right? She would have made me drop her off. This shit is easily disprovable. Uber would just rather believe her to cover their ass in case she's right than be on our side. And while I still have access to the platform, I'm scared now because, dude, I almost was the victim of physical assault. Like, I dropped her off and I almost got physically assaulted for nothing. I didn't look at this woman. I didn't talk to this woman other than to say that I was turning right and to communicate what I was doing. And then whenever she said, stop the car or I'm calling the police, and I stopped, I calmed her the fuck down, showed her the GPS, showed her we were going in the right direction, and started having a panic attack. And I just wanted to fucking get the trip over. I could have told her to get out. I guarantee you she would have refused, and then I gotta call the cops. Now I gotta waste an hour of my time. Now I'm gonna make $20 to $30 less tonight because I wasted an hour of my time. I didn't want to deal with all that. I just wanted to get the trip over with. What I do wish I did differently is instead of ending the trip, called support during the trip rather than ending it and then calling support. Because apparently that matters. I should have called them the second that I started getting yelled at. And literally while she was in the car, hey, I got a customer here trying to accuse me of this and that. That's what I should have done. But this was the first time that I've dealt with a customer like that. So I just had a panic attack and wanted to get it over with, man. And I even said to her when we stopped, like, if you want to get out, like, you're welcome to. We're stopped. You can get out. But, like, I promise you have nothing to worry about. I'm taking you to the right destination. Did she get out? No. So I guess she felt fucking safe enough to get her free trip, didn't she? Like, it takes literally 5 seconds to figure out. And look at this. She was so unsafe. Yet when the car was stopped and she had the opportunity to get out, she didn't and told me to proceed and then continued to berate me the entire fucking time and then almost had me physically assaulted in front of my 3-year-old over nothing. And what is Uber doing about it? Siding with her. What if I wouldn't have gotten away in time? What if he would have gotten me out of the car and beat my ass? Then what? Then I get a 1-star, fired, and a black eye? That's just how it goes? I'm scared to go out now because what? So it's inevitable that you're going to run into those types of customers. I'm honestly amazed that I've had 450 trips and this is the first time I've had an incident. I think that's impressive in itself. But the fact is this is inevitable in customer service. You're always going to have that customer that wants to get a free meal, that wants to get a free trip, that's gonna lie to get their way. You're always going to have that. It is inevitable. And if you're telling me that when this happens, that I'm just fucked, that scares the shit out of me. Now I'm worried that if I go out tonight and somebody decides to just fucking put in a false report, that I'm gonna lose my job. Like, they claim to be all about safety and got all these safety features, yet here I am almost literally being harassed, almost getting assaulted, and nothing. Even with all the evidence I have, even it was only a mild trip, even though you can literally use her words against her here, I felt unsafe, yet when the car was stopped, which you can see on GPS, she did not get out. She proceeded to tell me to go. Why would you proceed to tell somebody to go if you felt unsafe with them? That seems kind of fucking weird. Oh, well, I already paid for the trip. So if you felt unsafe, you would have gotten out of the car. Like, we're talking about physically unsafe, but you didn't because you had a 3-year-old sitting beside you. You were just looking to shit on a customer service worker that day. That's all. Do you feel better now? Do you feel good? You got to go on and ride the Branson coaster and have this 6-foot-tall airhead that doesn't know how to wear a hat pay for your fucking shit all night long while I went home and had a fucking panic attack. Are you happy? Do you feel better? And I've had a panic attack all week while you've had your boyfriend fucking spend all his money on your little vacation. It's just impossible that a guy exists and doesn't want to fuck your ugly ass, right? What a goddamn narcissist, dude. First of all, implying that I would do anything disgusting like that in front of my fucking kid, like, just the implications of what she is trying to say with my kid being there is so fucking gross to me. You want to know something fucked up? So you get a lot of nursing home trips around here. Like, a nursing home will book trips for the residents. So if you got a super old lady that is shopping at Walmart, right? And the retirement home that she lives at will book the Uber for her. Everybody declines those trips because they know that it's not going to pay much And it takes more time because they're going to have to put in extra effort and help that old lady walk and get into the car. Everybody fucking declines those trips, except me. I got the squirrel. I can't name her, but I've had this old lady 5 times now. She doesn't talk. I don't think she's all the way there. But I put a smile on her face every time I pick her up. And I only make $4. But, you know, this old lady, she's barely there, and she lives in a retirement home, and she's on her way out. And if I could just be 1 minute of an escape, 1 minute of a distraction, to put a smile on her face, that's more than any $4 could fucking buy, dude. That's the type of person I am. This is an insult to my fucking character. This is an insult to my daughter. This is an insult to me, and I might lose my job for no reason other than some cunt 30 years past her prime can't just wanted to shit on a customer service worker because she's projecting, because she's done nothing but coast through life off of her crusty old pussy, and now knows she isn't shit, knows that without her flat bill wearing fucking douche of a canoe boyfriend that she wouldn't be shit, can't drive, doesn't have a license. But hey, we have an opportunity to shit on a customer service worker and pretend like we're better than him, so we better take it. In front of his kid. Yeah, man. I'm really pissed off, and I don't understand why the universe can't just fucking give me a break. Like, I'm already physically deteriorating through all the stress that I'm going through. I was so proud, and now it's looking like I'm probably going to get fired. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do side with me, but I don't think they will. Despite having all the evidence, man, I don't think they will, just to cover their ass, which is weird because I have legitimately had conversations with women about how they have had Uber drivers that have been creepy. And they reported them and nothing happened. So what the fuck? So you got Uber drivers actually out there being creepy. Women thanking me for simply treating them like human beings and not asking for their number. And then these guys get away with being creepy, and then me, who actually treats women with respect, doesn't creep them out, gets accused of some heinous bullshit because this idiot was too stupid to understand how traffic works. I might lose my job. 2 thumbs up. Safety. You're killing it, Uber. Your safety protocols they're great. Good thing I got away from that guy there because I would have fucking killed him. If he pulled me out of the car and made me think that, you know, I was a threat to her, that he was a threat to her, I would have killed him. And I would have had every right to do so in self-defense. That's why you don't swing on people. I'm 5'5", dude. Like, I'm a small dude. You better fucking believe that, like, if I feel the need to defend myself and I think my life is in danger, I'm going to do it. So, yes, I swallowed my pride and drove away, but I wanted to fuck him up so bad. My point is if he would have gotten me out of the car and beat my ass, not only would I have gotten assaulted for no reason, but Uber would have done nothing about it. But let's say he didn't beat my ass. Let's say he tried to, got me out of my car, and I bashed in his fucking skull. Then what? Oh, I would probably be fired for that too, just for self-defending. I can't believe it. I literally have no options. I am fucked if I lose this job. I have nothing. I can't just go get a minimum wage job. Then I can't pay my bills. I can't afford rent. I can barely pay them now. But we somehow managed to make it work. And I was able to celebrate that for 1 fucking day. What pisses me off the most about it is my daughter's gonna have to grow up in a world where women like this exist and make it harder for other women. Because now, the next time a woman tells me that her Uber driver was creepy, I might not fucking believe her. And it's because of women like you. Good job. Now go make a fucking post pretending to care about sexism when it doesn't benefit you. You fucking cunt. Like, good job, man. You see a single dad out here making it. It must have rubbed you raw to see a dude out here accomplishing more than you have in 40 years of life by himself. I guess I must have reminded you of your father abandoning you or something. I don't know what the fuck managed to make you flip the fuck out on a 2-minute ride the way that you fucking did when I said nothing to you other than the fact that I was going to turn right here and why. You were just looking for nothing and projecting. And believe me, honey, you're a waste of life, and I feel bad for you. If I lose my job over this, if anything, I feel bad for you. Like, good job, hey. You made a single father lose his job for no reason other than you just are so self-obsessed that you think every guy in the world just couldn't resist your ugly ass. Fucking delusional. Solid 4 at best. You're like fucking 45. Get the fuck over yourself. I'm going through a divorce. The last thing I'm thinking about is getting with a woman. I've never hit on a woman in my fucking life. I'm not about to start with your ugly ass. I'm not about to risk my job and my livelihood just so I can get a piece of ass. Dude, I'm not a fucking 30-year-old that only thinks about sex, alright? I actually have a fucking brain stem. I'm not a 30-year-old that's still posting to Facebook about how good I am in bed to try to impress every 16-year-old that might be looking at my fucking status like some sort of fake alpha male like half the guys in Eureka Springs. I fucking hate this world. All I am trying to do is survive, man. Can you just fucking work with me a little bit? Thank you for watching, man. Those of you that care, that keep watching and being encouraging, I appreciate it. But I don't understand. Like, I'm trying so hard, and I'm all this little girl's got, and at this rate, I'm not going to live to be 40. Stress is going to fucking kill me. I've been nothing but stressed my entire life, since as long as I can remember. Since I was getting opiates shoved down my throat at 10 years old, you know? I've had a shit childhood, had a shit teenage years, had shit young life, and then for 3 years, things seemed to be okay, and then shit the last 6 months. I just had a shit life, and all I know is stress. And I want to get to a place where I'm not always stressed, because I want to fucking stay healthy for her. Because if I go, she has nothing. The only thing I have is my grandmother. That's it. And by the time she's 20, my grandmother will be 90. So without my grandmother, I would be fucking homeless. I would be screwed, dude. All of you trust fund kids that pretend like you got to where you are today because of hard work and intelligence when really it was daddy fucking coddling your ass your entire life. You're just a C average student that had $100,000 in the bank to go to college from daddy. You can't fucking admit that you had help your entire life. I can 100% admit to you right now, if it wasn't for my grandmother, I would be fucking homeless. She has helped me. She has been there for me whenever I have fucking needed her through this divorce. Like, it is because of her that I am even able to fucking talk to you on this computer. I would have been so fucked without her. So, when she's gone, I got nothing. Which means she only has me. She isn't going to have my grandmother to fall back on. She'll have me to fall back on. So I have got to get shit together. I have got to get to a place where I'm not literally physically fucking deteriorating and looking skinnier every video. Because I gotta fucking be there for her. And I don't understand why this world is so ugly, man. I am so tired of doing the right thing when no one's fucking looking. That's me. I do what's right. I am so fucking tired of always caring about other people more than myself, just for this world to beat that kindness out of me. Thank you for watching.